Hi, this is Pastor Philip, and I want to share with you an up-and-coming series that I'm about to start this Sunday morning at Kindred Community Church. I'm excited about it. Always excited to preach the Bible, but I want to start a series on less stress, and it's going to be based on Philippians chapter 4, verses 2 to 9. So while I'm always excited to preach the Bible, I'm also excited that this series, I think, touches on an issue that's touching many hearts and many homes. By any measure, people are living lives of quiet desperation. Stress levels are going through the roof. We're medicating ourselves as a country. Americans are the most anxious nation in the world, statistically speaking. In fact, I was stunned the other day to read that our young people and even our children are living at levels of stress equal to adults of a past generation. None of that's good. And you know what? The Bible addresses that. God doesn't want us to live like that, certainly not as followers of Jesus Christ. And in Philippians chapter 4, verses 2 through 9, Paul shares some concluding thoughts, some final concerns. And it's interesting, both in verse 7 and verse 9 of that kind of final section, Paul talks about a peace that passes all understanding, a supernatural peace, a peace that comes from God Himself, that guards our heart from anxiety, that allows us to live beneath the stresses of life and the pressures of life in a victorious manner. In verse 9, Paul talks about the peace of God who will be with you. And so I'm excited to look at this prescription that will allow us to live lives of less stress. In those verses, Paul will talk about managing relational conflict. In these verses, he'll talk about the need for gentleness and moderation. He'll talk about living in the light of Jesus' soon return. He'll encourage us to pray and take our concerns to God. He'll encourage us to engender a spirit of gratitude. And then he will talk in 2 verses about the need to think about the right things. Stinking thinking tends to foul up life. So here we have a prescription for peace and harmony, for living a life where one is grateful for what one has. All of that is a recipe for less stress. You know, Corrie ten Boom, who spent some years in the concentration camps of Nazi Germany, used to say that there is no panic in heaven, only plans. The God of peace, who can be with you, can indeed bring a peace. That's His plan for you. Not panic, but peace. So hopefully we'll see you on Sunday either at 8:30 or 10:30 for our morning services as we begin this series. If you can't be there for some good reason, you can live stream the service live in second service at 10:30, or by Monday morning that sermon and that service will be available both on our Facebook and on YouTube. Please tune in, because this is a series that I believe in many measures can save your life and can bring the peace of God that passes all understanding. See you soon.